Jai Hind student. Today we are going to discuss the saving functions or prosperity to save. Last class discussion we already discussed the consumptions functions and prosperity to save. Before starting the saving function, first we discuss the what is aggregate supply. We can revise that aggregate supply refer to total quantity of goods and services produced by all the producer in a economic during a year. Means all producers are willingness to supply in the economy. Now first, what is saving function? Saving functions refer to the functional relationship between the saving and national income. In other words, we can say that saving are defined as a income which are not spent on consumptions, and saving can be obtained by deducting consumptions from income, that is S is equal to Y minus C, which we already discussed. This equation tells that by saving is equal to income minus consumption. So saving functions is schedule showing a functional relationship between the total saving and total income, and it mathematically written as S is equal to F Y. Here S is total saving, Y is total income, and F showing functional relationship. Now from the saving function schedule we can obtain income, consumption and saving. Income is 0, 100, 200 and 300 and 400, and the consumption, that is autonomous consumption, is 40. Then we also increase 120, then 200, then 280, then 360. When income is 0 and our consumption is 40, that is autonomous consumption, and we the saving is minus 40. When income is increases by 100 rupees or the consumption is also increases by 80, it means 120, and the saving is minus 20. We already know the formula of saving, that is income minus consumption, Y minus C. That is why we obtaining minus 20. Here 100 minus 120 is equal to minus 20. Like that we obtain saving 0, 20, 40. Now we can see saving functions curve. Here on the x-axis we taking income and y-axis we are taking saving. The saving curve is negative as well as it will be a positive. Means saving curve can be a both negative as well positive. It will be a negative because when income is 0 our consumption is 40 and we are saving by minus 40. That is why it started from the below x-axis. On the x-axis it show break even point where saving is equal to 0, and above x-axis it show positive saving. Here it is some important points regarding the saving function curve. First, saving curve always started from negative, and the slope of saving curve is upward sloping. And next, when saving line is below the x-axis it is negative, and when on the x-axis then it is a break even point where s is equal to 0, saving is equal to 0. And when saving is line above the x-axis it is called a positive saving. Means when the saving line below the x-axis it is called a dis saving, that is negative saving, and when the above the x-axis it is called the positive saving. In other word, prior to break even point saving is negative, at break even point saving is 0, and after the break even point saving become positive. And there are type of prosperity to save, that is average prosperity to save and marginal prosperity to save. Thank you.